The Memphis Grizzlies are at odds of plus 4,000 to win the NBA championship, and at odds of plus 2,250 to win the Western Conference. They are also at odds of plus 450 to win the Southwest Division. The Memphis Grizzlies were their typical gritty selves last season, finishing second in the Southwest Division and fifth in the West. They rolled over Portland in 5 games in the first round of the playoffs before losing in 6 to Golden State. There might not be a tougher team in the NBA when it comes to physicality, but most experts believe we're in for more of the same of what we've seen in previous seasons. The Grizzlies' big move in the offseason was re-signing Marc Gasol, and contract details weren't released for some reason, but you can assume he got the max. Gasol is one of the top 2 centers in the NBA, along with Sacramento's DeMarcus Cousins, and you could argue that Gasol is better because of his calm demeanor. Brandon Wright signed a 3-year deal for almost $18 million, while Costa Koufos left for Sacramento. Matt Barnes came from Charlotte in a trade for Luke Ridnour. Memphis is so good because their core of Gasol, Zach Randolph, Mike Conley, and Tony Allen have been together for so long, and they forged an identity in this team that Dave Jorger saw as an assistant and now is the head coach since 2013. Conley is one of the most underrated point guards in the NBA, and his performance with a facial fracture against the Warriors encapsulates the toughness of this team. Courtney Lee and Jeff Green are here for offense, while Wright is a good pickup as the first big man off the bench. Defensively, the Grizzlies were second only to Utah in terms of points allowed, and none of the points that teams score against Memphis are going to come easy. Allen struggled with injuries last year, and you have to wonder if he is the defensive stopper he once was. If he's not, Allen and Barnes can at least come together to play enough minutes to be an annoyance to the opposition. Then Jorger has to find time for Green, who is inconsistent offensively, and that's the best skill he has. Vince Carter has flashes, but at 38 years old, you shouldn't be expecting much from him. The Grizzlies have to be very good defensively, as they were 20th in the NBA in points scored last season. They're not going to win any shootouts on the offensive end, but Memphis is very good at getting teams to play into their style. The bigger issue on the team is depth and three-point shooting. Offense is perennially an issue on the outside, and it still doesn't look like they've addressed their need for three-pointers. They're only a piece or two away from being a legitimate championship contender, but that's where they were last year and the year before. You know exactly what you're getting with Memphis: tough, hard-nosed basketball for 48 minutes, which makes them predictable but incredibly tough to beat. When it comes to teams like San Antonio, Golden State, and Oklahoma City, it's difficult to see the Grizzlies getting past them. Even Houston would be a challenge for Memphis. The Grizzlies will make the playoffs, but unless they get some breaks, the second round is their ceiling. For more Memphis Grizzlies betting information and statistics, check out the Bang the Book Betting Center. And don't forget that the Bang the Book Betting Center is your best resource for sports betting information before you make your weekly assault on the sports books.